And so welcome back for your June reading. Now I have pulled cards ahead of time because it's quite a large read. We're going to be covering your money, your general life, your family and your chakra. Now the chakra is where your life will become unbalanced. It's where you will have dramas dealing with things, whether it be overactive or underactive or physically blocked. Now I'll just get into it. You're sort of feeling communication is an issue at the moment. You're wanting to speak your truth. You are listening to your intuition, but you're needing to have the courage to say what you need to say, to be heard, and to read between the lines. And I'll let you read the back. Now, with your chakras, it's raining away. I'm plodding away. Okay, you've got your heart chakra. I'll just go straight into that first. Now, the heart chakra is going to deal directly with the give and take, you feeling directly centered, you know, any desires, your balance and your forgiveness. So anything you need to deal with in that department, you can meditate and look onto YouTube for heart chakra. And there's meditation you can actually listen to actually heal and clear that chakra. Now that's 528 hertz. You can listen to at a frequency level. Also aspects of responsibility. So when it comes to things that you're dealing with in this area and your self-esteem, it's in reverse. Okay, so these areas are going to affect you how? In the way you connect with people, in your emotions, your moods, your financial abundance. Any cravings you have, so if they're balanced or imbalanced, your sacral chakra will directly deal with that. Now, as for your solar plexus, your intuition connected to your family, realise that it's free will. Place the personal boundaries where they need to be and try and work on some self-love. Now, this can be connected to childhood. It can be directly connected to innocence, but be cautious of the seed you plant. Now, we'll get into your finances. It might be that you're wanting to spend money on different things now, and it might be that where your money is being spent on things that aren't necessary. So in the area of money, you're looking at it very carefully. You're also looking at the laws of attraction directly connected to this. You might also be having ailments that are impacting your money, where you might have to have a flu shot, not a doctor, but it can be just different things externally, connected to family, connected to food, where maybe somebody suddenly has like an allergy. It could be that you start getting allergies, but financially your money might get taken up. Now, be cautious on what you're spending your money on, but also, how do I put it? You might be wanting to use your money on things that you're actually passionate on, but be cautious for your heart chakra. Now, also you're focused, if you're physically focused on anything that your family had and working super hard to make sure that you have money, release that energy, because that is what blocks you. Even if you are abundant, thinking that money is a fight will attract the same energy. Also be open to receiving without thinking that you're not worth it, because you have the self-esteem in reverse. So if you keep your frequency positive, anything you need will come to you naturally, without change, without pushing. And again, you won't need to push. So if you believe that you're entitled to a position, you will be entitled to it. If you have blocks directly connected to that in the financial area, you won't get the job. And it'll be underhanded. It'll have a negative energy directly connected to it before even proceeding forward. So try and balance your energy. You might be passionate about that job. You also might be super responsible connected to it. But the energy of what you're putting out there is what's going to dictate how that comes about. In your general life, It might be you're having aspects of an awakening, and this could be why in the financial level what you're spending your money on might be actually having cause and effect with that. So it can cause different symptoms. Now, with your awakening, it might be nausea, it could be fatigue, it could be, you know, habits coming through and then habits being purged. This can directly impact you. It could be vivid dreams, intuition, thinking about another person. It can be twin because it's a number 11. But ascension in general, be it not, you know, it's an awakening as such and coming home to yourself. The change and the clarity that you're going to have is going to be your ability to speak your truth because you're coming home to yourself, because you're having an awakening. And that's the gratitude you'll have in it. And it is connected to things you're passionate about. It's a number 6 card. And this is about duality. You're not taking your power though. You need to own your power. Your power is very potent, but you're not using it at the moment. It might be you're assessing something, I feel. You also need to be careful with your family to paint the most positive picture. If you're speaking about external family members in a negative term or feeling that you are them and they are you, it's incorrect. You need to paint yourself separately, but in your mind how you want family to be, however that be, you need to paint that picture true and not try and make it something it's not. Okay, you need to paint the best possible picture when it comes to the outcome of what you want, and own it and move forward with it. And don't compare yourself to others. Again, this is the self-esteem. Regardless of what your responsibility is and what your heart desires, don't be angry at yourself for that, because this will directly impact every area this month. Couples, let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay, the energy that is the overall energy is you're concerned about something being taken from you. Now, it could be due to, it could be money, it could be the actual relationship itself, it could be your self-esteem, it's what your heart wants, it's what you're trying to be responsible for, but you might be nervous to deal with this area. Okay, there could be a betrayal that you've dealt with in your past or in this current relationship. You might feel unsettled by this past tense energy or current energy. It has made you sad and angry, but you do want to move forward somehow. I'll pull clarifications. Okay, your partnered energy. They're trying to carry the weight of either a previous situation or a commitment within this relationship, and they're finding it very heavy. It could be the energy of what's transpired. Now, they're being very secretive. They're keeping their cards close to their chest. They're cautious to not anger you, but they might be coming across as... I'll grab clarification on that. Okay, they still do want a commitment. Now, the energy between you at the moment, you're quite stressed. And again, this could be to do with an external situation or a past situation. There is a lot of jealousy between this relationship. And there is a lot of kind of pushes and pulls with ego. But you're trying to keep grounded between the both of you. Okay, let's pull some clarifications, see what's going on. Now, if you are wanting to book a reading, the link will be directly below. Look at your rising signs as well, because there could be additional messages in that. Okay, you're holding back communication, and this can be connected to this betrayal. This might be towards this person or towards another. Now, although there's discord, it might be due to immaturity, either of your partner or of the entire situation, or again, of a past tense external situation. Could be another person. Now, you might be very frustrated, and there could be a very cruel energy around a reconciliation. This could be, again, towards you actually getting with this person, or to do with the person you were with in the past. Now, you're wanting to move forward, and a situation at the moment hasn't ended, so you don't know how you're going to move forward. It might also be because something connected to a past situation hasn't finalised, or you're wanting to reconnect. Now, your partner has a lot of burdens, but there is a blessing in the burdens. It's giving them clarity. Now, them being private, they've got a fake mask on at the moment. They're hiding something. It might be their courage that they're trying to have to move through this situation. Okay, but the backstabbing that's going on here isn't to do with finances. It's to do with something else. What else is it to do with? Them feeling stuck, and them, you know, not being able to see people. The restrictions. Okay, they do have either a connection with you and want to move forward, or it could be a connection to another person, and they are missing this situation. But it could just be missing the way it was. It depends on how it relates. Okay, now between you, there is, although there's stress, you know, it could be due to a lover or you guys being in love with whatever else is going on around you. There is jealousy, and there's no ifs and buts about it. But it could be to do with the fact that you both know. Okay, although there is power struggles here, there's nothing more you need to know. You've learnt something in this. You're trying to stay grounded, and you're moving out of despair. Okay, I'll pull 3 cards. Okay. You have power in the situation. Faith is being lost. And your partner is not finding something a pleasure at the moment. But again, look at the rising signs, and you can have a deeper look into maybe what's happening with them. Otherwise, you can book a reading. I'll try and do mid-month. We'll see how we go. Okay, singles. But again, what you're going to need to do is really communicate. I think that's the key at the moment. It can be directly connected to your energy, where you're trying to work out what you want to do. You're also trying to work on your self-esteem and who and what you want out of your love life. And it can be even in this situation, you know, how you want it to change, how you want to add and enhance to this situation. Okay, singles. You're breathing through some changes going on in your life. You're super connected, although at the moment there is a disconnect. And again, it's a number 11 card. You're losing faith. There is no communication. This person feels that they're waiting for an opportunity, but are they waiting in vain? They're also not taking the lead connected to something. And they're also not using their intuition. Let's see what else is going on. Okay. Although you're breathing through a situation and you're meditating on it, and you're trying to follow your heart, build your self-esteem, and take responsibility of what you think is correct for you, you also know life goes in cycles. So you are changing. Even though you're not detached emotionally, you may be physically but not emotionally, you have faith in the situation to resolve. You may not be trusting the path completely, but you do know that you have a strategy in mind of how to get to the other side. And that comes down to, you know, you feeling grounded and gaining the confidence. So I feel this card is quite to do with you at the moment. Now, your communication is due to the fact that you have a communication card again. And you're not feeling equal in this situation. That's some of the energy from the past, or at the moment where it is you feel that you don't have the right, and you don't want to impose your energy onto it or jump the gun before you gain the clarity. But, you know, your clarification card is to communicate. Although this person might feel nothing's coming and they're ready to release it because they don't know what to do, they're not taking the lead, but they're not content. And they're not using their intuition on it, but they're trying to heal. Whoops. Okay, they're really thinking about what's going on here. They're wondering what's going on. They're wanting something to sum up so they understand what's going on. It may be some internal healing they're going through. They are thinking a lot though. But they're wanting to come out of their thoughts and have clarity. I'll leave it there, and hopefully I will see you mid-month or next month. Bye guys.